everybody, hope you're all well. Mindful moodling will be starting in a few minutes. Well, you know how early I am. Anyway, just bear with me, the video's about to start soon. Thanks, bye. Hi everybody, hope you're all well. Mindful moodling will be starting in a few minutes. Well, you know how early I am. Anyway, just bear with me, the video's about to start soon. Thanks, bye. Oh, thank goodness for that. Sorry about that. I put this new overlay thing on and I didn't got a blooming clue what it was doing. I'm just looking about. Merry Christmas! Well, is it? I just sat here getting ready for tomorrow because tomorrow I've got shows. But yeah, no presents as normal. We don't do presents. No cards. Don't do cards. So you might feel the same way. It doesn't mean that you can't enjoy your day. It's just, you know, sometimes you're on your own. For whatever reason, you're on your own. And sometimes you're not on your own. And for whatever reason it is, when everyone else is making lots of plans and stuff to do, and you're not doing anything, yeah, it feels a bit crappy sometimes, doesn't it? But it's not anything that you should feel crappy about. It's just that sometimes it just doesn't work out for whatever reason it is. You know, you're not on your own. Lots of us out there, you know, we miss people, we miss friendships, or we miss company. It's okay. It's just one day, but it's all the little bits that go with it that perhaps can make that day feel like it lasts a month. And you know, you can do two things, can't you? You can either complain about it or get on with it. And you don't really, you know, everybody's going to do what they do. So let them. And you know, it is difficult. It is difficult if you're on your own. Or if you don't celebrate as well, because it's, you know, you're pushed to it, aren't you? So let's do something together. Right, so I've got my book. It's an old book I've just found. And I like the size of this because it's a really different size. It's great for the camera, isn't it? Sorry, stress makes me bad fingers, so you know I shouldn't really be messing about with my fingers. So let's get this out. I haven't got any stencils today, have I? Got some pens, got some coloured pens, and some bits and bobs on the lazy daisy turny table thing. Everything's just crashed down in my studio room. Room of doom, as I call it. And yeah. So, do you know what? I'm finding all my blooming pencils today because I'm chilling. So anyway, get your pencils, get your pens, get whatever you want. let's do something together. Get yourself a drink of tea or coffee or whatever you wish is your tipple or topple. Let's do something nice and cheery, even if you're not in the mood for it. People are always in the mood, aren't they? And today I'm not in the mood. It's really weird because I'm really not in the mood today, but that's only because I'm just not feeling whatever's around me, but I'm also not well, so, but no comments on that. No comments on that. I'm not interested in pity at all. In fact, it annoys me, so please don't do it. But yeah, I'm just, I ate bread, not yesterday, yesterday, and I shouldn't eat bread. Not normal bread, anyway. Oh, paying for it. So I want to do some nice, simple drawings, take my mind off it. So let's see who's on, because I'm not expecting many people, but we'll say hello to. Hello, Angela. Oh, let's go. Sorry, Angela. Hello, my darlings. Lovely. Proper smash your high, lovely Trace. This is dedicated to you, Tracer. Oh, and you. Good health and happiness. Jenna, lovely Jenna, very talented lady. Linda Smith, Merry Christmas. With you, Linda. We're with you. You're not on your own, my lovely. Jenny? Exactly. Good food and drink. Yeah, I don't know. It's not that you're feeling miserable. It's just you're not feeling it. And, doesn't make you miserable, though, does it? Just, I see people running around just today. Sorry, guys, in my window. Running around yesterday, and Asda were giving out veg away, which was great. But it was like, it's one day. I get it. But I get it. That's totally against it. But part of me is wanting to recreate the Christmases I had with my parents, and that's difficult. That I find that really hard because they were mad on Christmas, and right until they passed away. So yeah, that's the difficult bit, isn't it? Is recreating stuff that's maybe right for you, or trying to remember that what's in the past is. You can't recreate things. You just got to make new ones, haven't you? You can't recreate old memories. You've got to create new ones. I like that. I might nick that. Well, I don't know what's happening downstairs because it sounds like someone's moving house. You can guess who it is. The Invisible Man. Right, okay. Let's get our paper out. It's really difficult to gauge this right because some people want to join in, others don't want to join in, others just want to watch, and you're like, well, let's do it anyway, because some people might want to do either. Yeah. I've not planned anything because I should be planning for tomorrow, and I've not planned much for that, only because I'm not feeling it. Not be feeling, well enough to do it. But I have and I haven't. Let me get back to what I mean. I mean, it's like everything takes maybe 3 times longer than what it would normally. So it's like, why bother? Why bother making, a rod for your own back? So I'm going to just do some really crafty. Just going to do a square. I'm going to go from here, guys. I don't know whether I want to do some just tiles. I'm going to do some warm-ups. Just some warm-ups. Nothing special today. I mean, like this. I'm going to make it nice, but I'm not going out of my way planning stuff to do it because I want to just chill today, actually. So let's draw some. Let's draw some nice warm-up squares. There we go. I had a wiggly line that I liked. I did one with a wiggly line once and really liked it. So here we go. Just some simple lines. Looks like we used to have oh, thank you. Purple penny, thank you. Oh, that's nice to see. Merry Christmas to you, my lovely, as well. So this is just like a warm-up because I saw some of Jenny's drawings yesterday and I thought, well, let's get back to what I like to do. And that is draw patterns. So in Manchester there used to be something called Bellevue, and Bellevue was like, now I mean it won't be allowed now, but at the time it was like, oh, everybody travelled there. We had something called the Scenic Railway on that, and it was this stupid ride. Oh, it was terrible. It was like, I don't know how it stayed on. There was another one in Blackpool called the Mouse, I think it was, or something like that. And that one got banned as well. And it was like, oh, terrible. But yeah, and it reminds me just of that. So blooming dangerous. Do you know what I mean? It was just crazy. Right, I'm going to swap to an 8 pen. Now, I've been noticing that my lids and my things don't match. So, are you, Emma? Well, we're not always up to it, are we? We're not always up to it. But that doesn't make it wrong. We're not always up for it. I'm going to do my circles first. Oh, this is already making me feel better because I'm with my friends. Whether you like it or not, it's don't care. Right, so what I'm doing now is I'm just there. I have made some nice jewellery though. Yeah, I have. I'm really proud of them. I went to Tesco with Amanda Carpenter when I was up at I Like Crafts, and they had a big sale on, and the sale on was all the clothing. I'm not too fused by the name, no. I must admit, the name's pretty rough. Wow, we've got some people coming in. Oh yeah, it was terrifying. They came off so many times, didn't they? Yeah, shoot the rapids, blooming heck, yeah. Yeah, it was the mouse. Yeah. Oh yes, I've been making jewellery, but yeah, I'm making my own some for me. I'll show you in a bit. Um, it's quite nice. So here, all I'm going to do is alternate this now. And it's a really simple stitch that I've been doing to create this jewellery. Oh, that's a good sound, believe it or not. When my tummy does that, it means it's healing. I know it sounds stupid, but it's true. Right, so let's go for um, this is a warming up process. Um, it's just a warming up process to get me feeling. Good morning to Montreal. Yes. Do we do it opposites? Do we do it the same? Um, I quite like the opposites, really. Always, always, always. This time of year, when I listen to everybody, I feel like I should be doing one thing, and my head says you should be doing another. My heart says you're doing another, and my mental health is taking a right old battering. And yeah, I'm not great at the moment. No, Peter, please don't comment on it. That just riles me up. It doesn't help me. But yeah, so my mental health is in the dumps. It's crap, and I call it a funk. But we'll get there. We'll get there. I'm not on my own, and there's loads of people. This helps me. Yeah. So but this time of year does it for all um, differently. All of us in a different way. We miss people. We love people. We want it to be special, like we see all these, on tele, blah 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 blah. And it's not. But that's not your fault. You're not to blame. You can only control what's in your control, and you can't control that. So yeah, bit of a funk, but yeah, get out of it. Doesn't mean I'm going to get out of it. It could be today. It could be. It doesn't matter. But if you're not well, you're not well, and if you're not feeling it, you're not feeling it. And if you just want to do a bit of healing in your own time, do a bit of drawing. I'm changing up penny just to, because I like this pattern when it looks a bit. I'll show you my jewellery in a minute. So all I'm doing in between, creating like more depth. Using the different size pens, it makes it look neat, doesn't it? So big shout out to my lovely friends people who are going through crap themselves. It doesn't end because it's Christmas Day, does it? You know, if you're battling with stuff, I don't mean just mental health. What I mean is if you're battling with, I've got a lovely friend who's battling with other things, and it's a nightmare for her, but it doesn't end because it's Christmas Day, does it? So, I quite like that now. This is very therapeutic. I've made some rings for friends, but I've made some peyote stuff. Oh, sorry, I didn't. The shirt I got, I thought I'd make it something to go with it. And then I remembered I'd already done something, so what I did was just remake that, tidied it up. Oh, Emma, I've been listening to all my crazy books. Real crime on Audible. People, I have to care because people might think I'm a right weirdo, but I love them. I just find them really, I'm not interested in what they do, although some books go into detail. I'm not interested in that. It's a bit, I'm interested in why they do it. And when you listen to the background, it makes you realise it doesn't make you agree with what they've done. Well, not me anyway. It doesn't make me agree with what they've done. It gives me a greater understanding of why they did it, not what they did. Because you get some, and like, I don't know if I can mention it actually, but you get some that actually they're natural and normal, dare I say it, includes lots of very bad things happening to them, so they perpetuate it. They perpetuate it, and they think what they're doing is what should be done, and it's crazy because it's until they know that this isn't right, they're just perpetuating what their family members have done, or family. I don't want to go into detail because it's not my story, but yeah, it's there's a couple that you just really get why they turned out like that, because from an early age that's all they knew, and if that was a way of showing love or getting love, then that's what they thought they did. The only problem I have, which is a major problem, is why it weren't picked up at schools and things. And in this story it was, but nothing was done. And that's even worse, because we really let them down. So here we've got, and they look like, I don't know, blobs, don't they? So I thought I'd put a few blobs in that. Let's put a few blobs in together. And I don't know what else to put in them, because they're just blobs at the end of the day, aren't they? Well, I know, let's do more blobs. I really fancy doing a peacock feather. I learned something I don't even know if I'm allowed to say it, but I did not realise that Bob Marley's dad was white. Did you? Not that it matters, but I was looking at ancestry of family members, like Terry Hall, because he's just died, about his abduction when he was younger. Bob Marley being brought up but it was never an issue. Well, it isn't an issue, obviously, but it was never an issue in his background, because where he was from, it was normal for people to have, you know, many, who had, you know, many, what's the word? Nationalities, or not nationalities, or cultures around him. So it was never anything to sort of discuss. So the Jeffrey Dahmer one, I saw a clip, and it's a bit too gruesome in parts for me. I prefer to listen to a book or read it, because the picture is a bit. But yeah, I've read quite a lot about Dahmer. Read quite a lot about him. Nielsen is very similar. But there's one there, Samuel Little, up to 100 women in America, and people don't even know him. Right, so this one I quite like. I'm going to get a bigger pen now and colouring. Yeah, there's some very tormented, should I say, people. Very tormented, whether it's, you know, whoever it is. Right, I've got my writing pen here, so I'm just going to colour this in. I've just read I've just listened to a couple of books, 2 on the Wests, Rose, one on Rose and one on Fred. The Begotten Son, Dahmer, quite a few of them, and Green River, Sutcliffe. So yeah, I've read a few, and each of them shocked me in their own right. Just, they shocked me in the fact that until a certain time, victims had to go and get cross-examined and all that. This is in the UK. So I was still gobsmacked that, like, the West got away with quite a lot, and because one young lady wouldn't go and go to court and face her accusers and discuss what happened to her, they dropped the cases, insufficient evidence, and they got away with murder. So yeah, and you know, that reminds me of John Wayne Gacy, who said clowns get away with murder. The Richard Ramirez, The Night Stalker, that's another one. And I'm not interested in it. Seriously, I'm not interested in what they do. I really am not. I'm more interested in why they do it. It's the series of incidents that lead up to that. Like, are people born that way, or do they become that? Oh, Eileen Vernos, yeah. Oh, don't. It makes me cry. If you look at when I was at uni, we had to do because it was visual arts and culture fine art, I had to sort of, for my dissertation, one of them, because we had to do a few bits writing, was the compare and contrast Apocalypse Now and Thelma and Louise. And Thelma and Louise is heartbreaking because it's a series of incidents that snowballed. And there's a film that Jodie Foster starred in many years ago called The Accused, and those when we did these compare and contrast, that was Thelma and Louise was one that really, I never really got Apocalypse Now until I read about Richard Ramirez, because I understand that his uncle was a big part in his life and making him how he was. But that came from the Vietnam and the different sorts of things that went on during different wars. And then Thelma and Louise was, like I say, a victim of circumstances, that choices were made and the choices led to situations and circumstances. Had they chosen the opposite, things may have been very different. But The Accused is a very good one with Jodie Foster. Still makes me cry now. Right, so we've got that there. Kirk Douglas, yeah. It's strange, isn't it? Sometimes, this sounds really awful, but when you're listening to other people's lives, it can make sense of your own or make you better about your own. Not that it is better, just that it's can put into context a lot of things, can't it? We're going to do something a bit different here now. So let's do a wave thing. I'm not a lover of that shape, so yeah, that's better. Yeah, I like that better. Yeah, I like that. I think this needs to be bigger. Yeah, I like that. You get it? So I'll draw them in a little bit now. What I did know, or what I thought I knew about these people, has really changed, because now I know a little bit more. It makes more sense, and it's like, wow. I just make reference to certain things because it makes sense of why they did it. Not an agreement of what they did at all. I don't mean that at all, or condoning what they did at all. I'm just saying that now makes sense. Had, what happened to them as children not happened, then why would it happen later on, sort of thing. All I'm doing now is I'm putting some like this shape in. It's quite a strange shape. It's like a wave, isn't it? But I quite like the idea because I want to do a, maybe I do a, what's it called? Feather. So these shapes I'll rub them out in a minute. Big shout out to people though, if you're suffering with your mental health. Don't mean you're nuts. Just means that you're having a crappy time. Could be your meds, could be time of year, could be daylight. But don't forget, it's not your fault. We're just too easy on blaming ourselves. And if you're really happy, don't be, the amount of people, it's like laughing at a funeral. Don't, if you're having a great time, you should have a great time. Don't have to rely on anybody else. Rely on what you want to do. Sounds a bit a bit sad that, but it's true, isn't it? You feel like you've got this obligation to do this way, and if you don't follow that rule, then you're bad mannered or you're rude or whatever. Well, a load of crap. If you're enjoying Christmas Day, brilliant. If you're not, it's only one day. And if you're not getting enough sunlight, go out, get a sunlight. It really does help. I've lost mine. It's somewhere in my room of doom and I really miss it. We are very complicated. Very complicated. But also very scary. This is my calligraphy pen. I love this pen. I can't pronounce it. I can and I can't. I have to think about it. It's I can't. I'm not putting gigs on. Oh, it's leaking. Oh, I put it the wrong way. It is a Tombow anyway, but it's leaking. It's got a flexible nib, which is fantastic. So, quite a simple one today, isn't it? I think I'm warmed up enough now to do a better pattern. Not that there's out wrong with this, just this is just a warm up. It might need some of that. Merry Christmas! There's the lovely Emma who's on my DT, very, very honoured. Very classy, my DT, very classy ladies. Mentioned that some of my jewellery might be good on a class, so I'd have to show it you first, see what you think. You might think, oh no, but yeah, it's I've loved doing it. And it's all been, believe it or not, it's been very much influenced by my new stuff with highlight crafts, because that's come along and changed my attitude completely. And I love what I'm doing, but my beading and everything else has been very much brought on and influenced by that, which is strange, isn't it? You wouldn't have thought that. I'm going to put some more lines in these just to remind me of stitching, actually. There we go. Oh, you see, just drawing has an amazing effect. Before E, so affect, effective result. That's it. So yeah, we've got that. Do it. All right, I'll show you. Okay, I'll show you. No laughing. Oh, my pen is bloody thinking all over. All everywhere. 1 minute. Right. 1 minute. Clear. 1 minute. Right, rings are here. So these are the rings. I'll put them on a nice bit of paper figure. There we go. We've got a green one. This is for Rachel. And then we've got the navy one, which is for Carolyn. And here's mine. This is the bracelet and ring. Let me show you. This is all just simple peyote. So it's got a toggle clasp. There we go. So maybe Emma, you would like that sort of ring. So that's the ring. It's really simple. And then that's the, doesn't look much on, it looks better on than off. And the rings are beautiful. Don't like trying presents on for people, but the rings look nice as well. That's the navy one for Carolyn. This is a whopper duper. Rachel said, go big or go home. It's brilliant, isn't it? I've got my old ones here somewhere. But yeah, I thought I'd show you that. Do you like it? Pretty, isn't it? Pretty. Right, I've done my warm up. Let's go for something else now. Let's do something really. So we've got our warm up. Let's go for something. These bloody fingers. So I'm thinking, I really liked that before. I know what. Draw a box. Right, this is for main one now. Draw a box. This will probably end up being a stamp if it's any good. Yes. Right, so I'm doing a feather. Thank you. They're really simple, you know, really, really simple. If you can do peyote, even stitch peyote, which is so simple, they do look cool though, don't they? And they're really comfy, they're not too big. You could make them bigger, I suppose. I could put bigger stones in. But yeah, here's one that's broke. And that was like simple peyote, but and ribbed with jewels, but it's come undone, you can see. But yeah, that's quite a pretty one. That is a bar one. I won't blow my finger now. That's a bit bigger than normal. We've got that one. This one Julia did. Julia is a absolutely amazing beader, Julia Watts. So anyway, yeah, you see all my jewellery now. And it goes with my new purple shirt. Yeah, gold shirt that I've got. So let's do this now. I'm going to really take my time drawing it. Let's do something nice together now. Can you hear him? Rustling. Mark's took over the kitchen today. I've not. I normally do all cooking. So let's do half. That's it. I'm going to do a fine line first. And I'm going to cut it off. So that's it. It's not going to be perfect, but there we go. I'm happy with that. There we go. Let's get rid of some of these lines. I'll cut it off in a minute. There we go. A little bit out, but let's get some nice drawing on it. So I'm going to put another line in there just to. Oops, sorry. Put colour in it if we wish, whatever we choose. So I'm just going to draw that there. Hopefully some of you will realise that as you practice your drawing, you can get straighter lines with it. Yes, he is. Oh, hello. I've been here ages. Oh, he is, Emma. Yeah, he is. He's not effing and jeffing yet because he knows that we can hear him. So. Right, okay, so we've got like this shape, which doesn't really look much. We'll have a central line. There you go, you heard him then, didn't you? I told you he's not invisible. There. So we've done quite a simple shape. I like to think of this as my, I know it sounds daft, as my rubber plant drawing. Yeah. I'm going to join some of these up a little bit more, I think, just with some dotted lines. Oh, this is like a wonderful stamp. Just bring in a few more. Emma, if you're interested, why don't you watch if you want to chat, please just, because I can't see your name, please just have a look, go to StreamYard and say yes, and they will allow you to that allows them to put your name up, just in case you think, why am I not calling you by name? It's your I have to have your permission. StreamYard does anyway. So I'm just going to add some lines here that I'm going to put in. It's quite like that. I might put in some. That's better. All I'm doing, if you look carefully, bring you down a little bit, so is when I'm drawing the line, I'm just coming down and making like a long U, and it gives it a bit more shape. And it doesn't matter whether you're right-handed or left-handed, which way you start. If you want to do it to the left, to the bottom, to the top, to the left, to the right. Just gives it a little bit more movement. I wouldn't have been able to have drawn this if it hadn't been for me doing the warm-up. That's better, can you say? So, thank you very much. I really enjoy freehand. I don't have any issues with drawing freehand. Some people don't like it. I really don't mind it. I think it all comes back to what you see is what you get, and not worried. So we've got these lines now. Make a great stamp. So simple to do. Oh, thanks, Tracy, my lovely. And what I'm going to do now is put some pattern in it just to bring out. Can you see all those wobbly lines? So little triangles. There we go. So it's created a pattern in there, which makes it look a lot better. Yeah. Oh, that's lovely. Thank you. Oh, lovely. All the very best. Let's have a... It's really difficult to do a blobby line when you don't want a blobby line. When you want a blobby line, you can't do it. So I'm just putting circles in, and then, oh, let me turn that off. Sorry, keeping you on there. That's not nice, is it? See how I rush and it doesn't look as neat. So let's see. Right, what can I tell you that's interesting? Right, this year I've learned a lot. And one of the good things that I've learned is not just to make do, to really try my best and keep doing it, like the gold work, the stitching, the jewelry. Keep at it, because you will get it in the end. But don't just settle for, oh, that'll do. Don't. Strive so that it's your best. And that's really, that is a massive lesson, not just in sort of stitching terms, but in life terms. Like, don't just settle for it. If you want it, go out and do it properly. Like, I look at my stitch, and this is just a way of communicating it about instances or perhaps things that have gone on in my life. It's like, oh, that'll be all right. No, it's not. If that needs finishing, finish it. If that needs neaten it. Don't just settle, because I've done that and I've learned it isn't what I want, and I always get down with myself, thinking, oh, I should have done that better. We'll do it better the first time. Don't just settle for it. That's what I've learned this year. I really have learned that. The amount of times I've done it, I've took my stitching out and redone it till I'm happy with it, and it's taught me a life lesson. That sounds daft, doesn't it? But it's true. So I've got a wiggle one in the middle, which I quite like. Linda, have a lovely day. Have a lovely, lovely day. That's what I've learned this year. So Boxing Day tomorrow. Going down to the studio. Got to get up early. I've got a new and exclusive for Cadence. Got some golden shows. I've got what else have we got? GSL on the 27th. So yeah, I've got some really cool things happening. Look at that. That's my pen. It's because I've done it wrong way. Just needs a little bit of shading because I'm not quite happy with it yet. All the stuff I'm using is on my Amazon page. I've got a storefront and anything I use is on there. So if you want to sort of have a little look, then they're all on there. So I'm just putting in a little bit of depth there with a pencil. Tidying the edges up where I've gone over. Like that. There's a little bit of depth in it. Just going to do that bit there. But not in the middle because I want that to sort of jump out a little bit more. Just bringing these round a little bit just to give a bit more depth. There we go, that's a bit better now. I feel like I've got a little bit more pattern going on. Oh, Tracy, thank you. Yeah, Karen, fantastic. We met at, I think it was Doncaster, wasn't it? Properly. And then we had a little walk round the Burning Man. Not personally, it was an exhibition, wasn't it, that we went to see with Karen. Yeah, it's great. At least you didn't stroke me. People stroke me sometimes. That can be a bit rough because I never know. You know, I know what they mean, but I'm a bit off stroking at the moment because, well, not only is it personal space, but you're just like, oh, hang on. We're not allowed to touch. We've not been allowed to touch for ages. Can't do it now, sort of thing. It's crazy, but yeah, you're sort of zoned off, aren't you? Here, what I'm doing is I'm just bringing in a zigzag. I'm sure that, no, it's not a zigzag, it's a zigzag, isn't it? Come on. I used to groan at my mum years ago. She used to cut letters down or, you know, make, what's the word, her own words up. And she used to embarrass me doing it. and I found that I do it so much now, and I feel really bad because I used to have a go at my mum, but whether she knew she was doing it, I'm not too sure. But yeah, you know, when you turn into parents. Oh, hello, Sue. Merry Christmas. I'm going to darken this now because I think it would benefit from it. So a little bit down here, I think, just to give it a bit more. See, because I've already made the outside doofer shape. Star struck my eye. And anybody who knows me, really knows me, will know that when I say my eye, I mean something else. It's more like, in the words of Jim Royal, here I'm just defining the background a little bit. Nothing special. Just darkening where feather lines come in. Yeah, it's making me want to sort of make everything right for tomorrow and get it all done and dusted. I want to get the techniques right. Very important. I suppose that's what it is, you know. Getting the techniques right so that I do the work so that you can just get on with it and make it. I try my best to take the stress out of it so you can enjoy doing it the easy way. And that is all about practice. So say we're not born running. There we go. Look, it's starting to look a little bit more. I'm not sure whether I like this bit at the top here, but hey ho. It's a bit like a magician. I'm not a magician, I don't mean that. It's a bit like, you know, trompe-l'oeil is the French art term for it. But trick of the eye. And it's all about illusion and making the eye thinking it's seeing something when actually it's not. And illusionists make you transfer what you're looking at. You know, magicians make you look at something else while they're doing something else, whereas trompe-l'oeil is trick of the eye, where you use art skills to make something look 3D or real, where it actually isn't. So we're doing a bit of trickery here. I look at some people who can play musical instruments, stuff like that, and it mesmerises me because I think, wow, how gifted are those people. Oh, quite like that. Almost like a scene, isn't it? You know. I quite like the idea because it's a bit straight there. I like that better. So freeing. Oh, I feel so much better now. Seriously, I feel much better. Just chilling with you. Yeah, I really do. Really feel very much better. Maybe patterns. Quite like the patterns. Ah, I saw that one, Chatsworth. Saw the ducks and stuff, like like hanging pheasants and stuff. That was crazy. Yeah, you saw that, Emma. When we went, when you go to the stately homes and you see these trompe-l'oeil things, it's like you do want to touch them, but sometimes you realise that by touching them, millions of people who visit, imagine us all doing it. The amount of mess it'd make. But yeah, it is. It's like the first thing you want to do as a person, human, is touch to see. That's better. So, I know what this needs. That's better, isn't it? A few dots. What's life without dots? Really, Jenna? Sounds interesting. Have you ever heard the tonal singers? I think they're called. I can't remember, but they sing on 3 or 4 different levels all at once. Bit like beatboxing, but classy. I like beatboxing though. Beatboxing is brilliant. See, again, it's training, isn't it? It's not. I don't know many people who've been born being able to do the beatboxing myself. So decided to change the shape. Stop it looking like a fried egg. That's better now. Almost like an eye hole, isn't it? Not an eye hole, portal. Eye hole. Quite like it when you look at it in another way. It's like a tie. I'm just putting in some lines to see whether I could do, some drawing in this. I like that. This could be similar to what I was saying before about how you start with one thing and it takes on momentum and becomes something else. It could start quite negative and turn out really positive. Trying to emulate what the pictures have already got or patterns have already got and bring them back together. So that they're not just stuck on, their elements all over. There we go. I like that. I like that better. Yeah, I like that better. You know how you're making it sort of come off now, so it's not just finishing there. That's much better to me. Like that. That smells better now. It's not I mean, I would even maybe cut it down even more. You could. I'm staying out of the kitchen. Can you tell? I don't want to get shot. Got a bloody knife in his hand. Right, now it needs some fake stitching. So let's do a herringbone or something, yeah? So it'd be like a... So do a staggered stitch. All I'm doing is just a staggered stitch. So let's see where I go here. There, that's it. Got a little bit of a, don't know what's going on up there. So we'll have to match it up a bit, I think. That's it. So okay. I know there's quite a lot of people on today. Tracy, are you asking me what is Mark making, or what is the other half Mark making? Not too sure which one you mean. If it's Mark as in the person, he's making the dinner, I think. Or what's Mark making? This is Mark making as in like creating lines and shapes to create something else. Well, that's the official term of it. I'm just going to put some dots and lines on this. I realise I've gone a lot over. But I thought I'd throw the boat out, or whatever it's called. Push the boat out, that's it. You wouldn't throw it out, would you? Idiot. I think here we need an extension of that, really. Yeah, that's better, isn't it? Like a sunshine. So I'm just putting in some triangles, because the triangles are featured in other places with a little drop. You know, got like arty drops and up here. So let's put them in here. We've got the dots here, we've got the lines. So I'm just trying to think now of how. Oh, I know what we'd do. So get rid of that. Oh, I hope you have a great day. Our other half, Mark, the other half, Mark, he's making dinner, I think. We're having a proper big beef dinner. We're having a beef dinner, Mark?
Yeah.
Yeah, beef dinner. He's very good at cooking. Very good. See, again, I tend to rush things. He doesn't. Like now, whatever it is, 1:30, we won't be having dinner while late, but he likes to take his time prepping. Lesson to be learned. Fail to prep is prep to fail, or whatever it is. So that music you can hear, sorry, is the radio alarm. Not turned it off. It's quite beautiful now. Emma, have a lovely day. Emma, I want you to be more in contact with me. More online. I think it'd help me to hear from you a bit more. And maybe I could annoy you enough that you I like annoying you, love. We've got a couple of new things coming up now. I'm just waiting to send them. The new collections. Just put a bit of gold on it. Why not? It's Christmas. Oh, it's a day off, innit? That's all we need. Oh, that's no good. Although I would say, if I was on my own, Tracy, I would eat a bowl of cereal. I think Mark would back me up there. He knows that I would. Terrible. You need more than that. I'm putting in some coloured pens now. Just to put in a little bit of colour without colouring in. Well, I could spend all day here, but I know there's other people going to go on and have a bit of a spend some time with you. I know there's other groups doing it as well, which is great. It means that, you know, you're not on your own. Remember that. And the more people that do it, the more you realise that you're not, which is great. And that's why we're doing it. Well, that's why I'm doing it. I'm not interested in currying favour or anything like that. I'm just interested in letting people know that there are people out here for you. You know, and a great respect to people, how they want to spend their time this year, season. You know, like I say, it's not for everybody. But accept what people do and they want to do. But just because you're not doing it that way doesn't mean it's not right. So remember that. The new colours I've got, I'm really happy with. Purples and greens to do some quite classy stuff with for the Cadence show. For my paint shows with golden, you'll see some of my landscapes as well on the show, which I've done previously, which I like to show you. I'd like to create a landscape with them. These Pentel pens are the two toners. And I'm just farting about now, colouring in. In fact, that mother of the house there. That's better. I've darkened them down now, that's better. So I'm not a lover of them shining out like that. That make a great stamp, that. What's it? On telly tomorrow. 1, 4, 8, and then the next day I'm on at 8 and 3. Actually, you'll get to see me doing some nice stuff with the GSL, MDF and board. Sorry, the MDF, the board. Yeah, it's some great stuff on there, like cow's heads. I know it sounds daft, but I really love the cow skulls and stuff. There's some Christmas stuff on as well, but obviously, oh, bum. The answer to this one is wait till it's dry. I forget that those pens don't dry as fast, and I've got a big smudge now that you can't see. I actually like this bit, parts of it. I don't like all of it, but there again, I think, you know, if I was to spend more time on it, sorry, I was answering Tracy then to tell her what time I was on the shows. That's better. Got a bit of a halo now. Yeah. Yeah, he has got a bad cough. Doing its blooming rounds, isn't it? I'm liking this. Right, better go. But you know, we did a bit, didn't we? We had our little bit of a warm up, which I quite like as well. It's always nice to have a warm up. Not in food though. Warm up in food's pretty rubbish, but unless it's a curry and a stew. So I'll take that back. Warm ups are all right. So we had a warm up here. Quite like this pattern though. This one, I like that one. The railway, and then we did the feather-ish thing. There's parts I like. I like that part. I don't like others. But there again, it's a bit like what we do during the day, innit? Our lives. So here's what I did. This one is green and brown. Peyote. That one is yeah, peyote. And then this one that's the green one. This one is the navy blue. This is a special edition. And this is navy blue and turquoise. You can map that. I see turquoise in the middle. But it's predominantly AB crystals, navy blue, peyote, and champagne. And then this one's champagne and purple. And it'll go with my champagne shirt for tomorrow, I hope. And there's my bracelet. So, there's my other dome drink. I need to redo that. But yeah, so if you fancy it and you're up for a bit of a laugh and a joke tomorrow, come and join me on TV. I'll be on at 1 and 4. 1, hang on, let me get it right. 1, 4 and 8, and then 8 and 3. So if you've got a spare hour, come and join me. Get some great prices, some great stuff. I like that. It's really lovely. I'd love to make maybe one of them in purple to go with that. Be a bling, 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 bling. Right. Honestly, I've had you on there all day. Sorry, Emma. Thank you to Jenny. Thank you to Tracy. Tracy, I'll pop up and see you. Pop over to see you. I hope you won't mind me gate crashing. So, yeah, I would greatly hope that you're all right today and that you that you can join me tomorrow. You're not on your own. Remember that. People do whatever they do this time of year, but we all are doing different things. So whatever suits you, suits you. Suits you to it. And whatever doesn't. But remember that, you know, I'm here. There's lots of people online that are here. And, you know, we do care about you. Remember you. All right. So I will. I'm rubbish at this. So I will see you soon tomorrow. And thank you so much. If you'd like to go and see my website, it's louwithers.com. There's some videos on there that you might want to see, or go on YouTube. So yeah, thank you. See you soon. Bye.